Welcome travelers! Today I am making a bit of a different video than my usual content. According to various news articles and Anthem's official website, EA is shutting down Anthem on January 12, 2026. Now, this isn't exactly fresh news, but it poses the question, what does this mean for Mass Effect 4? On the more positive side, while it is sad to see Anthem go, this could potentially mean more resources being allocated towards the next Mass Effect game. Even though Anthem was probably operated by a skeleton crew, that crew most likely consists of experienced developers that can now put the skill and knowledge towards Mass Effect. This could potentially also mean an increase in budget for the next game. Funds that were used to both keeping Anthem alive and for Anthem's servers could now be reallocated to more immediate projects such as the next Mass Effect. It is not impossible though that Anthem shutting down could also have a negative impact on Bioware and their next title. Due to Anthem's messy development history, terrible launch, and the fact that it ultimately is being sunset, I would not be surprised if EA is looking at this as a massive failure, and that it will sour their relationship with Bioware even further and create friction, which is not something that Bioware needs right now, especially after what happened with Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So, what does this mean for Bioware? To start with, it will probably mean that communications will be even more tense and/or strained between the two companies than ever before. It will probably also mean that Bioware has more pressure on them than they ever had. Because if the next Mass Effect does not do well enough in EA's eyes, chances are that EA will unleash a Reaper cannon laser so devastating that there won't be no Bioware no more. Meaning they will shut down the studio. And while I would like to see a true return to form for Bioware and the release of the next real Mass Effect, it is probably not likely that it is going to happen. Although I will not completely give up hope yet. In the words of Eve or Bakara, there is no other reason to exist other than the hope that the day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there's always the next. Now, what would EA shutting down Bioware mean for the IP? It could either mean that they will do nothing with the IP, which would be disappointing, but maybe for the best according to at least some people. Or it could also mean that they will give the IP to another studio, which could be either good or bad depending on the studio. And most importantly, it could mean that they would sell it, which could be a best case scenario depending on the buyer. If we are unlucky, it could be picked up by someone like Microsoft. But if we are lucky, it could also go to Archetype Entertainment. Though I do not know how likely that would be. Hasbro definitely has the means to buy the IP, and I can absolutely see them doing so if Bioware got shut down. The question is though, would they merge it with Archetype or keep it as its own studio and have the two communicate and cooperate with each other? I personally think that would be the most likely scenario out of the two. And it could also potentially be the best out of the two scenarios if Bioware gets shut down. I would personally though like to see Bioware return to their roots and rise from the ashes. Even though unlikely, if Bioware succeeds, that could become a reality. After all, it only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is gone. Until next time, I should go.